Then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we will be scattered over the face of the whole earth." But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower the people were building. The Lord said, "If as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse the language, so they will not understand each other." After this, could the Tower of Babel have been built easily? Wouldn't people, seeing others speak the tongue of their plunderers and murderers, be afraid? And why did the Lord fear the tower? Would Babel have ruined their own kingdom, the wishes of their people? With the biggest mystery in Arknights since the release finally being unraveled, there is a lot to talk about Babel. But here, I'll talk only about two characters: Theresa and Doctor. Theresa, a seamstress who posed her king a simple question: where does our future lie? The warmonger king led the Sakas by hate. Because what is a Sakas if not an embodiment of repressed anger? A body made solely for war? He could not answer. There is no future for us if that is who we truly are. Sakas has never been destroyed by war. We are strong. We cannot render judgment solely by war, lest we find even our final home by the furnace stolen from us. This is Theresa's answer. Home for the Sakas is Kazdal. It cannot be anywhere else but here. Their future lies in this land, beside the soul furnace. She wished for a solution beyond war. Being an outsider helped her see a different path. Her kin Theresa's was almost a compliment, the same perseverance, willpower, but directed towards a different realization of the same goal. Theresa looked beyond the Saka's suffering and hoped for peace through unity. Theresa chose to channel the eons of Saka's hatred, so they fight for a land beyond Kazdal to call their own. Ultimately, Theresa is driven out of her own kingdom. Her Babel could not be understood by her people. The members were only seen as faces of the Sakas' tormentors. What change Babel was bringing, it was too slow. Theresa needed help, and only an outsider to Terra, a pure observer, could help her truly realize her dream. Carl said, an observer from a dead civilization. She has a question to answer of her own. And to help Theresa unravel Originium's mystery, she had to resurrect the one who posed it to her, the only unknown in the 10,000 years of walking in Terra's dust. Theresa was fascinated by the doctor, and her interest grew deeper when the doctor murmured a most moving answer to her plight. She truly believed in this outsider who might come up with a completely new solution no Terran could have realized. Did she entirely believe in the doctor? Was she truly betrayed by them? She could not understand them. Is that why? Theresa's dream of covering Terra with snow in summer flowers, how close she was in solving Originium. Could the doctor have helped her? If the doctor was not plagued by the past, yes. But can we blame them? To understand the doctor's choice, we need to know who they were in the past. What did they believe in? They were at their wits' end. Billions of people's work, the most ingenious of solutions from the smartest people, all had failed. As a final resort, observers were sent to an alien planet with the final arc of humanity, Originium. Originium would become the beacon, condensed by a civilization. If one day other life forms in the universe lose their homeland and seek a way to resolve their plight, they will witness that we once shined, we once resisted, and this is where we rest. We once delivered a gift to those who came after us, before our annihilation. Hope. Four 4,755,954 days. Doctor is awoken by the one they left behind. The question they had posed to her was her source of hope, and their response reassured her. The Doctor is shocked at seeing Theresa. Virginia has taken such an unexpected form, coexisting within the Terrans. They want to understand everything about this new civilization, being true to the researcher they are at their core. Progress mixed with ignorance, this cycle continues and repeats over and over. So beautiful, so nostalgic. Even in all this pain, their heart brims with joy at new life. Even in this unfamiliar world, they have an incredible sense of nostalgia. They chose hope. They chose life existing now in the present. The first clear dissonance happens when the Doctor sees Theresa's hope. The Doctor, trapped in the wishes of the lost kin, is transfixed by Theresa's work. On one hand, there is a light at the end of the tunnel for Amia, a true solution for Originium. Flowers from a rock that only brought suffering. What could be a more beautiful hope? On the other hand, the people's hopes, all distilled into Originium, would be lost. For the people, their only hope is almost a cultist dream, salvation in an unknown universe. Okay, so I think this is kind of BS, but I am also not part of a civilization tangibly going to shit, nor am I desperately searching for some solution beyond a pile of failed ones. So I'll take Doc's word for it and give them the benefit of doubt that they were truly conflicted to the core with this. Theresa's work most likely terrified a part of the Doctor. A new path is opening up. A path to self-destruction. But things aren't so bad. The Doctor still messes around, shows genuine kindness and adoration for the Terrans. They truly find Theresa's ideals beautiful, but the dreamer is soon jolted to reality. Their only battle experience came from silicon simulacrums. Lives lost in a true battle shook them. Oripathy distressed them. Originium was not supposed to bring such suffering. They almost express the ephemeral beauty they see in the infected's passing, but bitterly swallow their words. Originium has indeed played a sick joke on life. Something full of hope is now the greatest cause of despair on Terra. Just living a little longer count as being saved. Carl Sid answers swiftly. As a physician, they must save as many lives as possible. But the Doctor is lost in ideals, plagued by future possibilities. Originium shouldn't have been this cruel, but it's the only way to preserve life. It's not a transformation, but death. It is not an extinction, but a continuation. This is the core of their conflict. Do they sacrifice the Terrans' transient dreams for their people's hopes? Do they sacrifice the present for a perfectly crystallized future? They force themselves to choose yes. Theresa's aid gives them solace. After the dust has settled, at least someone will be there to judge their sins. Theresa could not fathom Doctor's conflict. They shut her out because they didn't want her to tire herself out for them. The kindness was their downfall in all kinds of ways. To be more critical, their indecision cost them. Theresa's Babel would soon be a major step closer to achieving her goal. Her wish to give the Sakas a true home was close to fulfillment.
Mission accomplished.
Theresa, her life brought to a premature close by nameless and faceless assassins, entrusted her hopes to the still young Amia. The black-cloaked shadows caught him. They kept throwing themselves at him over and over again, near endlessly. Bang, bang, bang. The puppet took a long spear made of a needle and some threads, biting the shadows, until finally, after knocking aside the sharp davits, he managed to escape. He ran as fast as he could until he reached a large river of tears. There was neither boat nor weeds, so all the little puppet could do was swim across. But as he soaked in the tears, he began to sink until he touched the riverbed. He had failed. The puppet, trapped by black shadows of the past, lay sunken at the bottom of the river of guilt, regret, warped hope. Amia wanted to save the puppet, but the past and present were sacrificed. At her final act, Theresa unravels the doctor's memories. She frees the puppet from the shadows and drains away the river of tearful memories. She gives the doctor the gift of true hope because she believes in the lovable dog who fell off the burden beast, in the love for Terra. She may never see them again, but her hopes living on within Amia might finally be realized by this doctor.